everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video we have a unboxing of a limited edition Glossybox. If you are new here, my name is Natalie. I post 2 to 3 videos a week all about makeup and beauty. If you like what you see here today, I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave. I'm so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers and would love to hit that milestone sometime soon, but why don't we get started? Today's unboxing is of a limited edition Glossybox, and this one is in collaboration with Huda Beauty. I did used to be subscribed to the subscription service Glossybox about a year or so ago, I believe it was, and I had terrible trouble with my monthly subscription. The quality of the boxes was just decreasing and things like that. So I did ultimately unsubscribe to that subscription, but I never kind of unfollowed from Glossybox's Instagram. So even though I did stay following them on Instagram, I never really paid much attention to any of their posts because I wasn't interested in their monthly subscription. But one day I seen they did a post about Huda Beauty, and because I seen Huda Beauty, I looked into it and then realised it was going to be a Glossybox limited edition box. So this box was actually released on the 23rd of July. I'm filming this video on the day I received this box, which is Saturday the 21st of August. No, you did not hear me incorrectly. This box took just shy of 1 month to get to me. Based on my past experience from Glossybox, I'm not really surprised by this, but it is still also really frustrating. So this box did retail for £35 or £30 if you were a Glossybox subscriber. Before the date of release of this box, they did announce what was going to be contained in the box, and that's why I decided to pick this one up, because there were a couple of products in there that I definitely wanted in my collection, one being a repurchase, one being something I really wanted to try, and those 2 products alone pretty much made up the £35 value, which made this box worth it for me. When I did place my order, I wasn't expecting it to take as long as it did for me to receive it. I'm just going to put this box down now because it is a little bit heavy. So when I placed my order on the 23rd of July, on my order confirmation, I had an estimated dispatch date of the 25th of July. It did have a little caveat on the website saying I think it was 5 to 10 working days, which I think is their average sort of dispatch time for anything. So after I placed my order, life kind of got in the way and I hadn't actually realised that my box was not dispatched on the 25th as the estimated dispatch date had stated. It wasn't until it got to, I think it was the first week in August, that I thought to look into this and chase it up possibly. My first port of call was the Instagram page of Glossybox. I wanted to see if anyone else was asking the same question as to where their box was. So I did go into their recent posts and seen a couple of people asking about it on them. And I think there were a couple of people that had asked about the whereabouts of the Huda boxes, and Glossybox had just sent them a generic response of these will be dispatching soon, keep an eye on your inbox, you'll get an email to confirm once dispatch has taken place. Because at this point it had only been just over a week and I remembered that the website had kind of said 5 to 10 days, I didn't think any more of it and just thought typical Glossybox, they're not doing it as quick as they should. It then got to the 4th or 5th of August and I decided to just send them a quick DM on Instagram to chase it up a little bit further. I did get a quick response, which does make a change for Glossybox. They are usually pretty slow responding, and they did just apologise for the delay. I can't remember the exact wording now, but I'll try and remember to put a screenshot on the screen so you can see what their response was. I can't remember if they went into any further details at that point or they just said, we apologise for the delay, you'll be getting the box soon. Don't think they advised of what the dispatch date was going to be. About another week passed and I think it was about the 10th of August that I actually received an email from them, which again apologised for the delay and said that they expected the boxes to be shipped out the week commencing the 16th of August. This was around the time that I was going on holiday, so I wasn't really concentrating and thinking about when the box was going to arrive. It wasn't until I got back and another few days had passed that I realised my box hadn't been dispatched. I went back over to their social media pages and just seeing their comments being flooded with people asking where the Huda box was. A few people had a response saying there was a shortage of HGV drivers, which is why they hadn't received their normal August subscription box. I think they were also blaming the Huda release for that as well. I then seen them comment to someone saying that the boxes themselves or something about the component hadn't arrived in time for them to be able to dispatch them, and people were rightly saying in response to that, surely you shouldn't have released the boxes for sale if you didn't have the box ready for sale. So I can't remember if they were saying that the outer packaging, because obviously it is sort of limited edition outer packaging, so I can't remember if they said it was this that hadn't arrived or perhaps the little booklet contained inside something that was linked to this box hadn't arrived for them to be able to dispatch them. And I completely agree. They should not have put the boxes for sale until they had these boxes all wrapped up, ready to go and put straight on a van as soon as all the orders came through. So it definitely wasn't the best the way they handled this. I feel like I didn't get as frustrated with this situation as I have done in the past, because for me it's just kind of same old Glossybox. I think when I placed my order I didn't expect miracles and was already surprised when they said dispatch was going to be 2 days later. So I went into this with a really low expectation, which really helped, but I can understand why so many people were frustrated. So it is now Friday, which is the very end of the week. They promised they would be dispatching the boxes out, and I still hadn't had a dispatch email or anything like that. So I sent a comment on one of their most recent posts, which I think was talking about another limited edition box they were planning on releasing, and just said, it's now the end of the week, you promised they'd be getting sent out the week commencing. This week's now passed and nothing's been sent out. I then went to bed and woke up Saturday morning, and I noticed that I had a reply to my comment on Instagram, but it wasn't from Glossybox, it was actually from someone else who had ordered the box themselves, saying, I've just had my dispatch email, go and check your inbox kind of thing. And I think they'd replied to my message at about 10 to 1 in the morning. So I did go over to my emails and seen that my box had been dispatched. And they were obviously trying to make up for lost time, because it looks like they did do it on next day delivery, which they should have done anyway because the boxes were already a month late. I would have definitely been frustrated if I would have then had to have waited the usual 5 to 10 days for the box to come through normal means, rather than them sending it through a courier, which it doesn't completely make up for everything, but it definitely helps that they did that, and there would have been a lot more angry comments if they hadn't, I think. So my box did finally arrive this morning, which I say is Saturday the 21st of August. I thought I would just sit down and quickly do this video. My lighting might be slightly different actually, because I'm filming earlier in the day than I usually do. I just wanted to get this unboxing up quick so I could actually use the products contained in this box, seeing as I've been technically waiting for them for a month. So as with any unboxings on my channel, I have gone through and worked out the values of the items contained in this box, so I can compare the value of the box compared to what I've paid for it. So why don't I now show you what I received in the box. So like I showed you earlier, this is how the box itself comes. It's a normal size Glossybox, but with the slightly different packaging. There is Huda on the back here, and then Glossybox on the front, and it's really nice black and pink. Inside there's a little booklet here, and then it was tied the usual way of a Glossybox with a ribbon and sticker and things. So the booklet does actually contain the full price value of all of the items contained in the box. I did actually go ahead and work out the values ahead of time, because the last couple of glossy boxes that I had, they didn't have the full size value, so I presumed this was going to be the same. So this box does contain 5 full size products as well as 2 samples. I hadn't appreciated that there would be samples coming as well, so I've not worked out the value of them, but they have given the joys of filming in the middle of the day. We have an ice cream truck. So I completely lost my train of thought. I think I said I hadn't worked out the values of the samples, but they have put the full size prices, so I'll just tell you them once I get to that, because I'll do the samples at the end. So I'll start first of all with the 2 items that made me want to purchase this box. The first of which is their mascara. This is the Legit Lashes mascara, which is a 2-in-1 for volume and curl and length. This is definitely one of my favourite all-time mascaras. This one is in the shade Very Vanta, which is extreme black. I don't know if they have any other shades, to be honest, but this is how this one comes. We already have one of these kind of in backup to go into that I haven't opened yet, because I did receive that in, I think it was some other kind of limited edition box, and I just haven't got around to opening it yet because I have got older ones. But with it being one of my kind of all-time favourite mascaras, that's why I thought I would pick this box up. So this one does retail for £27. Bear in mind that I only paid £35 for the box, so this alone was pretty much going to make the box worth it, because I knew I already love this product. Because I do have another one to go into before I open this one, I'm not going to open it and show you the wands, but if I think to, I will put a picture on the screen to show you the 2 wands. But you have got the volume side on one end and the curl and length. I'm not normally one for layering mascaras, but for this one I just make an exception. I just think it gives me a gorgeous dramatic lash, so absolutely love this one, and I'm so glad to now have a backup to my backup. The other product that I wanted to purchase this box for is one of the Huda Beauty lip liners. This is the Lip Contour 2.0, an automatic lip pencil, and this one is in the shade Pinky Brown. I did get a mini Huda lip kit thing that comes in like the big lips. I can't remember where I got that from. It might have been a goodie bag from an event that I went to, but the shades contained in there were red, and I don't really go for red lipstick very much. But I did try the lip liner in that set and I really like the formula of it, so I wanted to try it in a more neutral shade. I just never got round to purchasing one. This pencil is absolutely jammed into this box, and it's a bigger box than the pencil, but that was the struggle to get out. So this is the lip liner, and then you do just turn it up from the bottom. I'm a big fan of the twist up lip liners rather than the sharpening ones. I'm just too lazy for sharpening. So let me do a little swatch of this. It's there. That is just really nice and creamy and a gorgeous shade that will go with a lot of my lip products. I think the shade name is kind of perfect. It is a very pinky brown shade, but yeah, really nice, and I'm glad that I do have a more neutral shade to be able to fully test this product, because the red one I just didn't reach for. And I've just realised that I said that the Legit Lashes mascara was worth £27, but it's actually worth £24. But still, it's a good chunk of the £35 price that I paid for the box. As for this lip liner, this one I've got down as being worth £17, and they've said yes, £17, so I've got that right with my value. So those two products alone, there is a value of £41. Again, I've paid £35 for the box, so for me, I've already got my money's worth out of these two products. The next product in here is another lip product, and this is one of their silk balms. So this one, I haven't said any of the information that's in this booklet, which would possibly help. I am a bit all over the place, I apologise, because this box did catch me off guard arriving. For the lip liner, it says that it's apparently got 9 hours worth of wear, and it's a highly pigmented formula. It's a velvet matte lip pencil, applies like butter, glides on to define your lips, and is transfer resistant and waterproof. And then the mascara just says it's a dual-ended 2 full-size mascaras in one product. Ultra black formula can be used both together or separately. So for this silk balm, it says it's a hydro plumping lip balm. Gives your lips a boost of lasting hydration, cleverly created balm. Subtle blush pink shade. This lip balm looks gorgeous on everyone. You've never been so silky and smooth and look so plump without any tingling sensation, and this one retails for £18. Really happy that it says that it is plumping without the tingly aspect, because I really don't like tingling glosses or balms or anything like that. So that is how that one comes. That is absolutely gorgeous packaging. It's almost kind of holographic. I'll just do a swatch of this one if I can get it out. So this one is described as a blush pink shade, but to me that's basically clear. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it, other than it possibly catching the light. But yeah, I can't see any pigment in that at all. If you see at the very bottom of the tube here, you can see a little bit of colour, but it doesn't pay off at all. But that's fine for a lip balm. I'm not too bothered if it's got any pigment to it or anything like that. And this one is the shade Blush. So yeah, this is a nice enough product to try. It does feel slightly sticky, more like a gloss than a balm. So perhaps it's kind of like a gloss balm hybrid type product, but yeah, excited to give that a go. The next product is this Glow Coco Hydrating Mist. And this is, again, a full-size product, as they all are. This one retails for £30, which is quite pricey. Again, really nice packaging. So this one says it can prime your face. If you spray it to your face before doing your makeup, it can apply once you're done to create a dewy look, or you can freshen throughout the day for extra hydration, which is probably going to say the same here. Yeah, 3-in-1 hydrating mist, primes, sets and refreshes. The milky spray is infused with coconut water, milk and a hint of coconut oil, perfect for hydrating. So let's see what this one's like, if I can get the lid off. Okay, let's give it a little... Oh, it's a very, very fine mist, which is really nice. Oh, that smells so nice. That is coconutty, but not too overpowering. It's just more kind of, I want to say almost like a sweet almondy, coconutty type scent. But that smells fantastic, so I'm really excited to give that a go, because this is a product I never would have purchased myself. I'm so lazy when it comes to setting sprays, I just never remember to apply them. I don't overly like glowy look, so I might use this more as a primer first. Kind of like the Smashbox primer water that I have. I'm quite good at remembering to use that beforehand, so perhaps I'll use this in the same vein. I have just inhaled a bit of it and it does taste quite sweet, so I don't advise doing that. But this is a really nice product, and I say one I wouldn't have tried, so that's what's good about getting a box like this. And then the fifth and final full-size product is actually an eyeshadow palette. This is the Sand Haze eyeshadow palette, which I think is not too old of a release. And this one retails for £27. Really nice packaging, and then it is the inside. This isn't my kind of aesthetic when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. I don't tend to go to the sort of purpley mauve shades, so I haven't yet decided whether I'm going to use this one or not, which is why I'm not going to swatch any of the shades just in case I decide to pass it on. But I do think it is really nice that they have included one of their full-size eyeshadow palettes, and it's not a really old release as in they're trying to get rid of them kind of thing. I have only ever tried one eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty, and I have decluttered it from my collection. That was one of the gemstone ones. I think it was the amethyst one, which was the purple one. The main reason why I got rid of it was because I don't reach for purple shadow, and the formula was okay, but I've kind of tried better. I don't know if, because this is quite a few releases down the line, whether the formula has now improved, so I am kind of curious in that respect, but I just don't know if it's for me. I mean, it is kind of 3 shades that are more purple tones. I would make use of these, so I haven't yet decided whether I want to use this one or not. I think for me the decider might possibly be how many eyeshadow palettes I get rid of in my next clutter. I did recently put up a high-end eyeshadow palette declutter on my channel. I am supposed to be doing a part 2, which is my drugstore and affordable eyeshadow palettes. I just keep running out of time and haven't had a chance to film that yet, so I'm hoping that will be up some point. I wouldn't say by the end of August, possibly going to be in September at some time, but once I film that, if I do get rid of a decent chunk of palettes, then perhaps I will allow myself to try this one. So just for what it says about this palette, it says a softer side of your favourite smoky eye. It brings a more subtle eye look to life with nudes, pale pinks, bronzers and stunning rose golds, buttery mattes, intense metallics and soft shimmery toppers. So with the fact it's saying a more subtle eye look, I'm not expecting the most amount of pigment out of this, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So at the moment I'm leaning more towards trying it, but I actually kind of wish they'd sent the khaki haze one, because out of these, I think it was 3 palettes they released at once, it was the khaki one that drew my eye in more than this one, but we shall see whether I get around to using it or not. So that is the 5 full-size items that were in this box, and then we just have 2 samples to go over. The first is actually from Wishful, which is the skincare line of Huda Beauty. This is the Yo Glow Enzyme Scrub. I'm pretty certain that I have tried a sample of this in the past and I do think I quite liked it, so it'd be nice to be able to try it again. This one says it's for a healthy glow, retexturizing, brightening and even skin tone, and say it's just an enzyme scrub, so yeah, excited to have another one of these. And then the final sample is just some foundation samples. This is of their new and improved Faux Filter Luminous Matte. Intrigued by the fact luminous matte, but might be the kind of finish that I like. Full coverage liquid foundation, and then we do have 5 shades in here for all different skin tones. Most likely going to be fair, which is the shade Cashew. I don't think there's going to be enough in here for me to kind of apply a full face. It's going to be more likely to be a patch test kind of thing. As to the value of these samples, I would say that this isn't really worth anything because I can't get a full use out of this, but the full size value for that foundation is £34. Then for this enzyme scrub, the full size of this is £34 as well, and that's for 100ml, and this is, it doesn't say, it just says 1 use. Oh, it's 3ml. So not counting the value of the samples, I work out that the grand total value of all 5 full-size items is £116, which I think is great considering that I've only paid £35 for the box, as well as the fact that all of the products in here, they aren't really kind of old sort of tat that they're trying to get rid of. They are all products that are still used or relatively new releases and things like that. I do think this is a pretty new release as well, so I am really excited to give everything a go. Obviously the order process did leave a slight sour taste in my mouth because of how long everything took, but now that it's arrived and I am definitely getting value for money, I've got a new backup of my mascara and I've got a few new products here to try. I am really excited about this box. It obviously did sell out, so unfortunately you can't pick it up, but always keep an eye out for the boxes that Glossybox do like this every so often, because usually they are good value. Just don't expect the best customer service from them when you actually place an order. But other than that, that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.